Okay, so I've pressed my bag and it's all ready to go. All we need is a buckle on our straps. Now, I'm right-handed, so I like my buckle to be on this side. And it's very simple to fit a buckle. What you need to do and the trouble with this is that there are so many different sorts of buckles. I ordered 3/4 inch buckles and look at the difference. This one is much smaller, much more lightweight. This one is really heavy and solid. So they're hugely different. This one's got an extra rung. It makes no difference which one you use. You could use either or, but ideally you need one with a buckle with 3 rungs rather than a 2-rung buckle. So I'm going to use this one because I like this. It's a bit bigger and a bit blingy. And what I do is I just pull those straps so they kind of overlap slightly, and I'm going to pop my buckle centrally onto the flap, just so that I can kind of figure out where I need to make my hole. And you can see where I need to make a hole for the little lug that does up the buckle. So I'm just going to there we go. I've marked where that lug is. That lug needs to be central on the flap. Just to pull those to where they need to be, and they are overlapped by approximately about 2¼ inches, I guess. So having marked the centre of my flap, of my strap rather, I'm just going to use a hole cutter to make a hole. Let's just push that out of the back because I've got a bit that's attached still. And with the buckle, what I'm going to do is I'm going to thread this strap in from one side. I'm going to thread it over the top of that fastening bit and in through the other side. Oh, it's come out, as happens. Down through the other side. I'm just going to pull that strap until that sits. It sits on there. Now what I actually could do is, because I have the option to do this through the central lug because of I don't know if that would work actually. No, it won't. It's all right. I thought that was an extra lug for a reason, and I suddenly had a brainwave, and now I realise it's not. It's just there for no reason at all. So you need to pull that nice and snug. And you can either use a rivet or you can just stitch through there. Now I'm just going to pop a clip there for the moment, because this then needs to be pulled so that it will go through the buckle. And you need to kind of figure out again where you're going to put your holes, because each buckle will be different. I can't tell you how many holes you need to put or what distance you need to put your holes. It really will depend on whether you're using a big buckle or a small buckle. So pull them so that they're overlapping and kind of mark where you think your hole needs to be. You can see where the pin is, and your hole would need to be more or less where the pin is. I always do one about 1/2 inch either side as well, just because you wouldn't generally find a belt or anything like that with just one hole. You usually have 2 or 3. So I'd make that hole. I would sew the buckle on first just to make sure it's sitting properly, and you need to make sure that when you pull it, that you actually have the side bits are slightly pulled in, because that will give you the shaping at the sides. So it's very difficult to say exact measurements, simply because every buckle is different. If I were using this buckle, it would be a lot different, simply because it's just such a small buckle. So that's how you fit your buckle. I'm sorry it's a bit vague, and it will depend on what buckle you have and what size you have. So I'm just going to go and I'm going to stitch this on and make these extra few holes, and that's that. So congratulations, you've made a Classico. I hope you like her as much as I do. She's a lovely bag to carry, and although she's quite a big bag, she's not kind of out there. She's not one of those bags that you feel like you need to pack up and you need a bodybuilding degree to be able to carry. She's just fabulous fun. Thank you for joining me.